Hey there, it is Rachel Bailey, and I know what frustrates us most as parents is when we, no matter how old our kids are, when we have to repeat ourselves over and over and over to get them to do something that we want them to do, like start getting ready in the morning, or to get them to stop doing something like bothering their siblings. We have to repeat ourselves over and over. And a lot of parents will say to me, Rachel, I actually ask my child to stop doing something, and I start off very calm. And maybe the second or third time I ask them, I remain calm. But when I have to ask them 4 or 5 times, I lose my cool. And yes, of course, you're going to lose your cool after you've had to ask 4 or 5 times. So I'm going to encourage you to think about this a little bit differently. If you have said to your child over and over, please stop or please do this thing, and you have to repeat yourself over and over, recognize that that repetition, as calm as it is, doesn't actually address the reason that they're not doing what you ask. Just repeating yourself doesn't solve the reason under their behavior. And I will tell you that every single time a child doesn't listen to you, there is a reason. So for example, let's say you are driving in the car and you have multiple children in the back and they're poking each other and annoying each other and whining and they're saying, Mom, Dad, and then you know that voice that they get. Let's say they're doing that. And so you say, please stop. Please stop bothering your brother. Please stop bothering your sister. But they don't stop. And then you say again, please stop. And then you say again, please stop. If they're not stopping, it's because they need help to know how to do something different. The reason kids do that in the backseat of a car is because they're actually understimulated. And kids crave stimulation. They don't just sit there and act nice. That's just not the way their brains are wired. So they crave stimulation. And guess what? When they're not getting it, they create it. And how do they create it? By bothering their brother or sister. So saying, please stop, doesn't meet that need. It doesn't give them that stimulation. So what do you do instead? You recognize that's why they're doing what they're doing, and you actually help them create stimulation. You can teach them to do this ahead of time. You can offer ways to do this in the moment. But ultimately, when you meet that need, that's when the behavior is going to stop, not when you just say, please stop over and over and over. Another example is, let's say you're trying to get your child out of the house more quickly in the morning, and you notice that every time you say, hurry up, they slow down again. That's probably because they're doing what they're supposed to do, but they're getting really distracted. Maybe they're getting distracted by their sibling, or they're getting distracted by the thoughts in their head. When you say, hurry up, it doesn't actually help them get less distracted. But when you teach them the tools to get less distracted, that's when they're actually going to do what you ask. So think about it this way. Repeating yourself over and over, no matter how calm you are in the beginning, isn't actually going to help them do something different. If you want them to do something different, you have to figure out why they're doing what they're doing and offer them the tools to do something different. Now, if you're wondering what is causing some of this behavior, what some of these tools are, that's exactly what I focus on in my podcast. It's called Your Parenting Long Game, and you can find it on any podcast app. And if you have any questions about your particular situation, you can always reach out to me. I do free 30-minute calls for people who are interested in working with me to make sure we're a good fit. You can reach out to me at rachel-bailey.com. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Take care.